So Demas holds the 1-0 lead. He has been on a number of world teams, so not terribly surprising. But I mentioned, in my finals to watch, Lenny Merkin knocked off 2 former cadet world team members to make these finals. A guy wrestling for Princeton. So kind of surprising that he made his way into these finals. I know he was a national prep finalist, so I know he's got some folk style chops. Was unaware of his Greco chops. And the way it's going right now, we're going to get passive offered and confirmed against Merkin. So kind of advantage Demas early on here. Dom, one of the most explosive wrestlers in the field. I believe CP was telling me about a nasty arm throw he had early on. Not versus quarters or semis, as he was looking to get some double unders loaded up. Kind of shuffled his way out of a Merkin tie. And it's kind of hard to say Lenny Merkin, as we get passive offered and confirmed against Demas. Kind of hard to say Merkin and not look over at the giant Merkin flag that we have to my left. So halfway through this first period, lightweight's kind of being a little more conservative. I know Miranda had those 2 arm spins in his last match. And passive offered against blue and confirmed. So Merkin taking the lead. Merkin, the guy who I personally only know for his folk style. And are we going to get... So we got 1 blue there on the step out. So Demas taking the lead on criteria. Remember, the UWW junior rules are the same as the senior level rules. Down to the last 45 seconds of this first period. Demas leading 1-0 in the series. Merkin trying to come back here. And you got to be careful walking in like that. I thought somebody was about to go for a ride. And there it is from Demas. 2 for the correct throw. So should now be 4-1 in favor of Demas. Merkin wanted a headlock. And he almost went over. Looked like Demas stopped it. 2 confirmed. So I believe it will now be 6-1. No, 4-1. I'm sorry. It'll be 4-1 heading into the break. So we're going to first get a look at Merkin's corner. And then, so he wrestled for Poly Prep in high school. Taylor. Demas, I believe, wrestled for, I want to say the school's name is Dublin Coughlin. USA Wrestling Ohio will be able to confirm for me. So Demas's coach came over, wanted to make sure that he had the correct score. So it is 4-1. The score on the scoreboard at home and in the arena is correct. 4-1 in favor of Demas. And remember that he's leading in the series. So if he wins here, he's going to be taking that trip to Finland. Starting to dig his hips in as Merkin pushing forward. Arm spin attempt. I believe that's going to be a slip. And I kind of said this to somebody today. I believe the slip is a lot easier to see in person. I believe if more fans are able to go to see some of these events live, they'll see the slips a little easier in person. And then it'll kind of come through a little better on the screen. And looks like we got some finger wagging for some finger grabbing. And Demas here looking like he's going to get a throw. So I kind of wanted to pause myself there. I heard a whistle. I couldn't tell if it was a whistle on the mat, and it was a leg foul. So down under 2 minutes left in this match. Merkin going to need a bit of a comeback here, and he kind of stepped over there. Probably would have been a leg foul if he had went for a hard snap there from Merkin, who is not afraid to run through it. Kind of bangs his head off the mat. So 2 offered and confirmed for Demas. 6-1. Remember, an 8-point lead is a tech. I'm sorry. I think we're going to get a little discussion here. So the officials are taking their time to look at it.
Video review on me. On us. We all got to stay here.
So the officials, as is their right, they want to take a look at it. I got my man Travis coming over here.
Yeah, come down. It'll be down here.
Trying to make sure I dove out of the way here. So let's get a look. All right, so kind of wanted to. So a caution against blue, 2 red. Stand up, back on their feet. 6-3. Chairman putting the rod in for the caution.
We were standing on the foul. Yes. Okay. So I should have 4-3.
I'm sorry, 4-3.
That's the score.
My apologies, folks. 4-3. The caution went against Demas.
Both have 2.
Both wrestlers have 2 passives. This is why it's nice to be next to the chairman. Helps to see what's going on. And we're back to action with 1:30 to go. All right, so this one looks a little bit closer than their first match was. And Merkin looked like he was going to try and dive through that one. Breaking the hook. And Demas tried to roll through that one. I think we're going to get a correct throw on that one. So 2 offered, 1 confirmed on the push out. So Merkin leading on the strength of the caution, I believe. On criteria, 4-4 on criteria. So we might get a 3rd match here. Haven't had a 3rd match yet. I'm not opposed to free wrestling. Demas in trouble on the edge. Definitely going to be at least a step out. And they allowed it because Demas went grounded. So 6-4 now. So finally, we're seeing a comeback in which one guy actually takes the lead here. Down to the last 45. But Demas, one of the most explosive wrestlers, and here it is. And he smacked Merkin right on the mat, and he might finish this one. So we're going to get another fall. Immediate brick from the Merkin corner. And I imagine they're going to be testing the leg foul. So let's get this giant screen in front of us ready to review the challenge. So a lot of controversy in this match. Not opposed to it. Like I said, I believe Merkin's corner is testing the leg foul. The board, what you're looking at is the same thing we're seeing in the arena. And Mr. Tucci's call for blue, and the fall is confirmed. So, that's going to do it. Dom Demas is your 66-kilo junior world team member. So, where are we at here? I imagine we are